Hello, and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are not getting the results you are looking for from your digital marketing efforts, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We're amazingly enough, we're again, like I said last week, we're in the middle of the fourth quarter already. And this is awesome stuff. This is time to really start preparing for what you're going to do in 2021. You know, forget about 2020. Just optimize as best as you can. But you really want to start planning on 2021. I'm a wholehearted believer in that. In fact, last week, me and my mastermind buddies had our annual retreat. We call it a mastermind retreat, a business process retreat. And we scheduled out at least the first 6 months of 2021. And then what we do is we follow up with each other again, and we map out the rest of 2021. So that's what we do annually. And we just had that last week. Great event, as always. So a shout out to my mastermind partners. Anywho, today I want to talk to you about an under the radar SEO strategy. Okay. A lot of people don't talk about what I'm talking about today. Most people, when they talk about SEO, they talk about backlinking, which is very important. And that's the heart and soul of SEO. Let's be honest. As long as you have I don't know. There's a lot of controversy about the heart and soul. Maybe I have a episode on that. But most people talk about backlinking. Most people talk about listing distributions, listing syncings, etc., etc. But a lot of people do not talk about what I'm going to talk about today. And that's basically customer reviews. So I want to talk to you about that today because it's a very important thing. And I want to position you for 2021 to make sure that you're getting a lot of customer reviews and you're monitoring it, etc., etc. I'm going to give you a really cool way of doing that. Before we talk about that, let's do some housekeeping. I really want to give you the best content as possible. You're the listeners. You're the ones who really drive a lot of these topics. So I want to remind you that if there's a particular thing that you need discussed on the show, you know how to get a hold of me. Just pick up the phone and call 888-416-7752 or send me an email at info@lbmsllc.com. And we will make sure that topic is covered on one of our episodes. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is that 2021 is right around the corner, as you know. I really, really want you to succeed in 2021. We've had a tough 2020. I know some people flourished in 2020. I know some mortgage brokers that had record years and real estate agents, record years, while others suffered. So if you had a record year, whether you had a record year or not, I want to offer you guys my book, 7 Steps to Recession Proofing Your Business. It's a free book. All you have to do is give me a couple of bucks for shipping. Head on over right now to lbmsllc.com/book and order the free copy of that game-changing book. It's going to prepare you for things like pandemics. It's going to prepare you for any kind of unforeseen recession, or even if they know a recession's coming. This book is powerful. It has all of it's basically on a digital landscape mostly, but it's going to show you exactly what you need to do to get your business out there the proper way, so that way, whenever hard times hit, you're set and you're good to go. lbmsllc.com/book. Go there right now and order your book. All right. Cool. So let's talk about reviews, folks. Reviews is something that's not talked about a lot, at least not from an SEO perspective. People always talk about it, reviews, and they're talking about, the importance of reviews, but they don't really talk to you about how important it is from an SEO perspective. Okay. And I'm going to give you, at least 3 strategies that you can do to make sure that you have a robust customer review presence out there. Okay. This is very, 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 very important. I don't think this is going to be a very long episode. So just want to let you know. All right. Anyway, so number 1, customer reviews on your website. The most important and obvious place to include your existing customer reviews is on your website. See, you got to remember, and I always talk about modeling what the big boys do. Even if we're a small pond, even if we're small in this huge pond, we can leverage what people do. So got to see what companies like Amazon and Target do, right? They have great places. They have all over their websites reviews. Okay. They put it there on the bottom of the page, on their product page, or wherever they do, they always have it there. Why? Because reviews help their brand, period. You got to ask your web developer, if you have one, if they can add a review kind of integration or widget on your website and just have it there scrolling. If you go to my website, I have a review widget on mine. My developer did that, for me a long time ago. But you want to sprinkle it around different places. Like, for instance, if someone goes and tries to set up a meeting with me for the first time, let's say, they are automatically, automatically. Anyway, they are automatically sent to my they're sent to my review, my request a consultation page. But in there, they're gonna see testimonies or reviews from past clients. If they go to my contact page, they're gonna see it there. The point is, you want to put it in different places. For service-based businesses who I normally work with, and you guys don't have product pages, right? So I'm giving you that insight. You want to add the reviews in places like I just said. Yeah, maybe if you have a page that has a request a consultation or whatever, if you have those pages, that's where you want to put those reviews. You can also put it on your About Us page or any of the services pages. So that way, when people go, they see the widget, they see it going. Now, I don't say you want to put everything in there, but you want to have a widget that has a scrolling thing. So maybe you can put everything. So if you don't have that, put like 2 or 3 reviews/testimonials on there and do it. But if you have a savvy web developer, they should be able to add a widget and make it look fancy. All right. So that's number 1. You want customer reviews on your website. Number 2, you want customer reviews on social media. You got to think that the outside world will most likely check you out on social media. Okay. So you have to have some sort of a customer review strategy that has your social media profile somehow viewed. Okay. So, because people will check you out on social media. So you can either do a screenshot if you want. I don't recommend it, But that's one thing that you can do and put it on your social media. You want to post maybe post a graphic on Facebook, Instagram, etc. of your screenshot. Not a cool. I'm not a huge advocate of that. But later on, I'm going to give you a good way of getting really cool testimonials on your social media. So stay tuned for that. But that's another way, another place where you want to have your reviews or testimonials. Okay, it's on social media. Social media is big these days, so people are going to check you out. Even if they go to your website and they see it there, they're going to say, okay, if you have links to your social media on your website, which you should, they're going to click on it. They're going to see what people are saying about it. They're going to see what kind of things you post. So make sure that you have some sort of third party referrals about what you do and what you've done for them in the past. Very important. Customer reviews and email marketing. Very important. I'm going to touch some data here. I've been talking, you know me, I'm a huge data fan, and I haven't said anything about data thus far in this post. So don't get too happy about that, because here comes some data. Your business probably has a lot of touch points. Okay. So your customer reviews should appear in all of them, including email marketing. So email is one of the strongest marketing tools, period. I mean, I don't talk a lot about email marketing. It's so much to talk about when it comes to digital marketing, folks. And I'm guilty of it. It's one of the things I leave out. And email marketing, maybe I should dedicate an episode to email marketing. But anyway, it's a huge touch point, and it's very, very, very important tool in your marketing arsenal. So the estimates for the return on investment for email marketing ranges from $38 for every $1 spent, all the way up to a whopping $122 for every dollar spent. So tell me email marketing isn't huge. Okay. So if you have a review that's posted on when you send your emails, whatever your monthly newsletter, your weekly newsletter, whatever email marketing strategy that you have, make sure that you have your reviews on there as well. They got widgets for that as well. It's a powerful way of people constantly seeing the reviews, because remember, they're not constantly on your social media. They're not constantly on your website. Only when they need you, they go there and they see it and they go check you out. But if you want to remind them, if you have a way of capturing their email, like if you have a email marketing widget or a newsletter widget on your website or something where people can enter it, those people who did nothing, they're now going to get on your email list, and they're going to get email newsletters about it. And in that email newsletter, you're going to have customer reviews on there. Okay. So all of this stuff is a very powerful thing, and it's going to improve your SEO. Why? Okay. I'm going to tell you why it improves your SEO. When you have, there's a strategy in it to have your reviews on your, all of your reviews mapped back to, say, the host of it, which should be your Google My Business page. So if you have everything mapped back into that, all of a sudden the search engines say, wow, this person is really getting a lot of attention based on their reviews. Boom, you get a backlink. That's another backlink to your thing. Now, I know a lot of times asking for reviews can be cumbersome. Okay. And I'm going to give you some more data. So gathering reviews, to use for your marketing is tough, as I said. The trick is to ask, and I think I had an episode sometime earlier this year about the power of asking, it's one of these it's one of these things that some people have a problem doing, especially when we have busy lives, So, but you have to ask, because 76% of customers who have asked to leave a review get the review. 76%. And I got this from a research I did earlier this month. 76% people. That's a lot. So if you think about it, if you don't ask, you're missing out on 76% of good reviews. Because remember, most people who leave reviews voluntarily, I didn't get a chance to see this data, but most people who leave reviews voluntarily, and I think it was something like 82% or I think it was 82. It was in the 80s. Could have been 83, 84, something like that. But anyway, the majority of people who leave reviews voluntarily, they leave negative reviews because they didn't have a great experience. And, that's unfortunate. So the trick is you want to bury the negative reviews with good reviews. So the way you do that is by asking for reviews. That can be cumbersome. That can be very, very cumbersome, especially if you're a service-based business, because you're providing a service and we got to do all deliverables. It's tough. Think about it. If you're a chiropractor, I've got a couple of chiropractors under my belt. I've got a couple of dentists. If you're a chiropractor, you're a dentist, you're a sole proprietor attorney, how are you going to manage all of this? Very difficult. You want automation. Okay. So I have a tool. It's an in-house tool called Customer Voice. And if you guys want to get a copy of this to check it out, it's only $19 a month. All right. There's no other tool out there that inexpensive that does what this tool does. Like I said, it's only $19 a month. And it actually, you can actually put everything there that you want, and you can customize your message to people. You can set up all of your review pages on there. So it could be Google, it could be Facebook, it could be Twitter, it could be Instagram, wherever you can leave a review, you can set it up and link it up to this tool that we have. And then you set up your one, you do this all this one time. You set it up, you blast it out, boom. And even if you don't want to do that, you can hire us to set it all up for you. So it'll be $19 a month to keep the tool. And you could do it all up yourself. And then for the setup, if you want us to set it up, we'll charge you a nominal setup fee to just to set it up for you. And we could talk about that. Just if you're interested in this tool, it's just send me an email, info@lbmsllc.com, and in the subject line said customer voice tool. Then we'll set up a time to sit down and chat. There are other people. Some of my clients already have it because they have access to it, and that's how we typically get it all done. But if you want access to it, that's how you want to do it. Since you're my listener, that's the only way to get access to it. I don't have like a product page for it or anything, but I could just give you a product demo. But this is very important, especially and you want to have this in your toolbox for 2021, especially if you want to get more organic leads, because customer review is huge. Restaurants estimate. Let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're celebrating something, and I saw this also on the internet. There was a restaurant in Chicago. Things were very limited, and they were able to talk to the owner after doing a review. Things were limited because of COVID, obviously, but they were celebrating somebody's anniversary or something like that. and they had about, I think it was 30 people coming, and that would be about 25-30%. Excuse me. That would be about 25-30% of the people in the restaurant. And so, but they got so great reviews that whoever was organizing this event called and said, hey, I know that you guys probably are not going to accept this, but I have about 30 people coming. We have this celebration thing, and I know COVID's here, and it's going to be cold outside, or it was going to be raining. Excuse me. The guy said it was going to be pouring rain that day, so they didn't want to be outside and with the umbrella, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And the guy, he was like, "Wow, how'd you hear about us?" "Oh, we Googled you. We saw your reviews. It sounds like the food's great. I would love it if you could just, accept the 30 and just say for the day that we're closed." And the guy actually accepted it. He was still getting his deliveries done. Because people were still ordering with Uber Eats and all these other places to order, all these other apps to order, and so he was still making his money. But he had a full house there of people who catered to. I mean, he got huge tips. But this all came about. That business came to this restaurant. This is my point, because of his reviews, and he got some great SEO. Because he Googled whatever type of restaurant he was looking for in the area. Boom, he popped up. And the reason why, because they didn't want to go to the same old places that we're always going. The reason why he selected him, and he said this in it was a YouTube thing that I was looking at. He said the only reason why I selected him because he saw he had great reviews and he really wanted to try it out. He had heard of other people around town also talking about it before too. But he distinctively said that the reviews is what drove him there, because he wanted his family throughout this celebration to have a great experience, and he knew that it was. And the guy did not disappoint. So the point of all of this is get your reviews up for 2021. Have an amazing 2021 with reviews. Boost up your SEO because your reviews are so great. Because what happens is when you have great reviews and you have it on certain sites all over the place, if you just don't have it on Google. So let's say if you have it on all these other sites, which this tool can do for you, it gives you more juice. Google loves that. The search engines love that. They actually go out there and troll the websites and see everything. If you have it just on one place and your competitor has it on multiple places, they're going to give you more preference. Okay. That is the fight for positioning in the whole SEO game. All right. It's part of it. Reviews are a huge part of it, and no one's talking about it. But here you heard it first from Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. I am the local business guy, and I really hope you got a lot out of this. Not only that, I hope you take action and start getting more reviews. If manually becomes a burden for you, take me up on my offer. Send me an email, info@lbmsllc.com, and I will give you access to this amazing tool. Once again, this is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and I just finished this episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you next week. Take care and bye for now. Peace out, everyone.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. Don't forget, any links that were mentioned during the broadcast will be available to you in the show notes, so be sure to grab them while you have the chance. Incidentally, if you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, be sure to send an email to the email provided in the show notes, or click the Contact Us link and let us know what topic you would like us to help you with, and we'll be sure to add it to our schedule. If you would like for Frank and his team to look at your digital marketing presence and give you a free evaluation, simply click the Request a Free Consultation link in the show notes to get a hold of them. That being said, until our next episode, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.